Hope you're having a good morning so far. Welcome back. North Korean state-run media slamming Democrats ahead of President Trump's summit with Kim Jong-un, saying, quote, the Democratic Party of the U.S. and other opponents to the negotiations move overtly and covertly to disrupt them, backed by all sorts of groundless stories and misinformation. This as our own media continues to bash the upcoming talks. So will the press give the president fair coverage? Here now to debate is former advisor to Presidents Clinton and Obama, Susan Johnson-Cook, and District Media Group President Beverly Hallberg. Thank you both for joining us this morning. Susan, I'll start with you. What do you make of what they're saying out there?
Well, first of all, are we going to allow other countries to tell us in terms of how we're supposed to deal? This, I stand with the Democrats. We need to have demonstrated, progress. You don't just have talks. I was a diplomat. You don't just have talks to have talks. You bring back progress for the American people. So I stand with the Democrats in terms of what they're asking for. Tell us what's going on. Make some progress. We're not just having another talk, another summit. Show us what's going on.
But Beverly, I guess on the other side, doesn't progress start with talks?
You do have to have diplomacy when it comes to, though, this state-run media outlet. Let's first of all make it clear that this is propaganda. This is run by the Kim Jong-un regime. This is also an outlet that has said that Kim Jong-un has hit 5 holes in one golf game and has authored 1,500 books. So I don't take the outlet seriously, but I do think that criticism of this meeting is important. I agree with Democrats on this one. We do need verifiable progress that denuclearization will happen. The president has made strides on some diplomacy, for example, the American hostages coming back last year. But when it comes to the optics and the rhetoric surrounding this, I'm hoping there's a little bit less of a friendly atmosphere that we've seen in past meetings. Yeah. This is even an administration that has said that he is Chairman Kim. We shouldn't give him legitimacy. They are not our friend, but we should work towards diplomacy.
Well, let's take a look at some of these headlines that have been predicting some doom and gloom ahead of this summit, starting with the Associated Press saying the Hanoi Summit nightmare scenario, bad deals and little change. Huffington Post says Hanoi Summit may do nothing about North Korean nukes. Trump's still using it for his campaign. And that's just a couple to give you an example. Susan, do you think that's fair?
I do think it's fair, and I think what we see now is really a president with a lack of foreign policy experience. I mean, how many secretaries of state have we had? A diplomat actually does want to see some progress. You don't just have meetings after meetings. You come back with the American people and say,
but do you think it's fair? Sorry to interrupt you, but I want to get your take on this. Is it fair, though, to expect progress with North Korea after one summit? I mean, that seems like a little bit of an overreach to me.
No, it's not an overreach whatsoever. I mean, if you have foreign policy experience, if you have diplomats who are in place, I mean, look how many diplomatic offices are open, and we have a Secretary of State for the second time around. I think that it is fair to say that we need to have more progress. Even with North Korea, you're supposed to have some progress when you have a talk. Yes.
Beverly, before the first summit with North Korea, we were warned that we need to have patience.
Yeah, I think patience is part of this. I do support that President Trump is trying to make a path for North Korea to denuclearize. Positive since his last meeting in June is that there hasn't been any missile testing at all. So there is room for critique of this. We should want to have some more clear proof moving forward that North Korea is denuclearizing. But I do think that there is a double standard in media. Obama wasn't raked over the coals for how he handled North Korea. I wish it was a little bit more fair in the coverage, but I think it is right for Democrats and others to point out that President Trump needs to be very careful in this meeting so it doesn't look like North Korea is a legitimate leader or Kim Jong-un is a legitimate leader.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, Beverly, Susan, thank you for your time. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.